Everything you're about to hear is for entertainment purposes only. Listen, have some fun, but don't ever do, believe, or promote anything they say. They're idiots.
Guys, hold up. You should know, this ain't for everybody. Welcome to Savagely Loud. What's happening, people? Guys, welcome back to the show for the people that understand the facts divided by feelings equals failure. I'm Cliff, I'm your host, and I got Big Dave Anderson, the big bad Viking, back with me today. But before we get to all that, you know the drill. If you want to help us out, get these words out, get these truths out, you can follow on Savagely Loud on Instagram is where I'm most active. On that page, you're going to find two links. One of those links is the Savagely Loud podcast page on Instagram. If you could please follow there too as well, it would greatly help increase the footprint of the show. The other link you're going to find is a simple link tree. Anywhere you want to see my rants or hear my bullshit, you can find it there. Easy peasy. Outside of that, Facebook, X, and Rumble at Savagely Loud. YouTube at Savagely Loud Podcast. Please don't forget to subscribe. And you can email in at savagelyloud@gmail.com if you want to guarantee that we see your communications. Last but not least, please don't forget to like, comment, and share the material with your friends. If you like it enough to do anything with it, share it with your friends. I'm sure they'll like it too. And don't forget to rate and review the shows on Apple, iTunes, and Spotify. It really, really does help increase the footprint, increase the reach of the show, and it helps us out greatly. Get these messages out, get this news out. So as I said, I'm kind of half wheels off today. So
only half.
Yeah, I'm
only
doing
half.
well today if it's only half, right?
It's like you're on the train, you're going so whoop. You're like doing one of these fucking numbers, like
Yeah, I'm half on, half off. Let everybody know where they can find you, Dave.
All right, folks, you can all find me at the Hammer Drops on Instagram and Facebook, where I'm heavily active. Don't go to TikTok. I really don't use that anymore. And if you want to get in contact with me, you can contact me through the Gmail for Savagely Loud podcast, or you can email me directly at david@thehammerdrops.com.
Yeah, like your little TV announcer voice came out there, and you can follow me at Hammer Drops at something so and so cousinsonly.com.
Oh, excuse me, but are we going to talk like this now? I'm Walter Cronkite. Good day.
You can see the tweaker. It comes out of the hole.
Crikey! Look at that tweak over there.
Wait till the new show with everybody starts and we do the characters, and I'll bring a David Attenborough and we'll do Tweaker Central or some shit.
Maybe I'll bring up Peter Griffin or something. I don't know. My version of Peter Griffin. Lois. Or the old man. Which actually, you do the old man a hell of a lot better anyway, so I won't even touch that one.
Come on, friend. We gotta find another way to spend our Saturday nights.
See, I'm not even, folks. This man should have been, voiceover for animations and stuff like that. If you don't know,
if anybody's listening, I got voices. I'd be happy to shift careers right now. Because that is what I always wanted to do, is just do voiceovers.
Anytime you do those voiceovers, I remember the first time you did Mickey Mouse. I mean, you saw me. I couldn't fucking stop. I was going. I'm
Your
just
fucking wife almost fell out of her chair.
Right?
You know why? It's because little girls are fucking stupid.
I'm telling you, hire this man for voiceovers. You won't be fucking disappointed.
Oh, well, all of that out of the way. You got me in dreams of grandeur now. I don't have to sit in a fucking podcast studio and just rant about things. I could just be like the new fucking voice of the Disney character that everybody loves.
Now you'll just be in a little box and nice soundproofing and all that stuff and get paid tons of fucking cash.
I have found that if I can make things very popular if I just don't put my face out there. My face seems to be repellent. My face is like a citronella candle for success. Like it's just like, ooh, stay the fuck away.
It's like all of a sudden you just see it come. It's like, oh, gotta go this way.
Right. Success starts approaching and sees my face. It's like that little kid in the video. Whoa.
Hard left, Clyde.
Oh, speaking of fucking my face and not having any power, let's talk about giving your fucking power away. Because this last week, I know these couple of episodes that we've been doing on Thursdays kind of end up like a fucking social media recap. But let me tell you guys, before we get into this, social media, the reason that we often touch on social media and the world of the social sphere, you know, is because it's such a large part of everybody's fucking life nowadays. It really, truly is. I'm tired of being on social media, let alone talking about social media, but social media runs this fucking society that we live in, and it causes people to do a lot of dumb shit and react a lot of the times just viscerally. You just react right out of the gate with emotion and this and that. You got to fire back. And what that does, all that does, is give away your fucking power. When somebody realizes that they can incite a fucking reaction in you, which often happens again on social media, because that's where we get our social, I'm air quoting that, our social part of our life now, as we seem to get on social media. When you fucking fire off at these people, all that happens is you show them your fucking weakness, and now they got you.
Oh yeah, they got you. And when they have you hook, line, and sinker, and you're just gonna, I mean, there's nothing better than waking up first thing in the morning. The first thing you fucking do before even opening your eyes is grabbing your fucking phone and seeing who has made a comment on something that you posted or something like that. And you always seem to look for that negative because you want to fire back. And it's like, that's the way you want to start your fucking day?
Yeah.
And then your whole day's just fucking shit.
Yep.
Because now you're fighting with the person.
My days start the exact same every single fucking day. I wake up, and before my eyes are open, I send my gratitude to the gods, and I just say, thank you for waking me up today. I get up, and I don't fucking grab my phone. I get up, I go in, I fucking do all my oral care, my teeth care, and I do my morning potties and all of that kind of shit. I get dressed, I get in the car, I go to fucking work, and I don't even look at my phone until I get to work. So I've already been up for an hour and a half or 2 hours by the time I even get to my phone. And then I start looking at my phone, and I do that because of just what you said. When you toxify your entire existence with negativity that always comes from your phone right out of the gate every single fucking day, you're setting the tone for a shitty day. Now, we all have shitty days. No matter what we do in the morning, we're going to have a shitty day from time to time. It's all going to go wrong at some point, and we just get through it. But for the most part, if you do the operations that actually lead you to a positive fucking place in the day, you're probably going to spend most of your day in a positive kind of realm here.
Yeah, you will. I mean, I know for me, I don't, like when I first wake up, I get up, I do my normal routine. I get my breakfast made, I get my lunches made, and then use the potties and like say and do all my other stuff. And then when I get up and, I go up and take the shower, and while I'm in the shower, that's when I'm like, that's when I say to myself, I take my power back today. I go through my morning thing every fucking morning in the shower because water for me is very grounding. And that's where I ground myself. And it's just like, I feel so much better. And then on my drive to work, I'm saying, I'm thankful for this today, keep an eye, watch over my family, this, that, and the other, putting the positive out there for everything else, not the negative. Because let's be honest, once you get started with your fucking day, one little thing can go out of whack from somebody else. Mm-hmm. And then your whole day's fucked.
Yeah.
So why start your day off like that?
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense.
Enough people want to fuck your day up that you don't have to do it yourself.
Exactly. You got idiot drivers out there. You got a boss that pisses you off. You have a coworker that you can't deal with. You have a contractor that's just so fucking retarded that you just want to bitch slap him 50 million times. So it's like, why would you want to, save that for that part of the day? And, because that's going to fucking happen because there's always going to be somebody that wants to piss you off because they already have a bad day because they did exactly what you're doing. They wake up, they hop on their phone, they start getting an argument with somebody over the internet waves.
Yeah. Well, people already fucking hate you just for existing. We have to understand the reality of humanity, and humanity doesn't always exist the way we think it should inside of humanity. So you have to understand every single day that there is a gaggle of motherfuckers out there that hate you just because you exist. Any fucking inch you give them, they're going to stretch it into a mile, and they're going to use every bit of that mile against you.
Yeah, I always thought it was like, rainbows and unicorns in a bubble. That's what I thought the world was.
Yeah.
Now you just burst in my bubble.
I just want to live in a bubble.
Damn you.
I want to live in a bubble. It's the
Damn
bubble
you.
boy.
Why'd you have to crush my bubble?
Yeah. Yeah. So all week we've been seeing some feuds happen on the internet, and
Those internet feuds are funny.
oh
They
my
really
God,
are.
it's
It's funny, but it's fucking annoying as hell.
Yeah.
It really is because it clouds everything up.
it clogs every fucking thing up. So let's break this shit down, because several times throughout the week, to the point where I actually had to make a video telling people to go fuck themselves that I'm not making the video that they keep wanting me to make. I got requested so many fucking times this week to make a video defending any one of a handful of motherfuckers that I am attached to or connected to in some way or shape or another. To where's your voice at, bro? Like, dude, use your platform for something. You got to come to the rescue of your boy. You got to have your boys back. Where the fuck are you? How about fuck all the way off? Yeah. I am not getting involved in your stupid social media fucking bullshit, because every time one of these feuds comes out, and it is literally every fucking time, what do we find out once we just step back, take a breath, and give it a minute to simmer? We find out that both motherfuckers in this stupid feud are fucking wrong, okay? Like, that's every single fucking time we find out. You want me to make a defense video, then it's not going to go the way you fucking planned. I can promise you that. Okay.
No, because if you want to do a legitimate defense video, you have to call both sides out for their stupidity.
Yep.
You have to.
Yeah.
Because if you sit there and you just call out the one side, now you're not doing any favors to what the other person's doing fucking wrong. You know, who are you as a person if you can't be, if you're going to be judgmental on one but not judge the other? You just can't do that. You're not. What kind of person are you if you do?
Right. Well, you're blinded by loyalty, and that loyalty, what people understand, and this is coming from somebody that knows loyalty better than fucking anybody. That loyalty is very, very, in fact, most often unrequited. If you're not familiar with that term, unrequited love, it's unreturned. You know, like when you're suffering from unrequited love, you have a crush on somebody that doesn't even know you exist. This is unrequited loyalty. They're using you to bolster their fucking army, right? To make it look like they've got this army of people that they can call upon at any fucking time to jump, and they will fucking jump. That's not me. I don't know if you guys haven't gotten it yet, or why you haven't gotten it yet, but I am not malleable. I am not just off on the whim of the fucking masses. I don't just move like liquid wherever you fucking point me. I have morals, I have standards, and I don't fuck with all this shit anymore. I have made these defense videos for several motherfuckers. And you know how many fucking times those motherfuckers gave me a fucking defense video when I was the one getting fucking dragged across the internet by a fucking 100 trucks? Not one. Not a single motherfucker on the internet made a video coming to my defense when I was fucking getting raked across the coals for some shit that I was actually right about. All the motherfuckers, and I mean 100% of them. If you're listening to this and you're my friend, you're in this group, you did not make these videos for me. But you will come to me and you will say, hey, dude, can you make something to, you know, just because this bitch is attacking this bitch and hey, we don't like that bitch and blah, 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 blah. Well, yeah, as soon as you go ahead and make some sort of fucking public claim that I'm not what some people on the internet are saying, I'll go ahead and do that. But I just don't feel like it's coming.
But you know they won't. They won't do that. They won't back you at all. They're not going to say that. Why would they? They just want that army. They want their social media gang, you know, and that's all it is. It's just this playground bullshit. It's like, you're on my side, right? Well, if you're not on my side, I'm going to be mad at you. You got to do this. You got to do, fuck you.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
Why am I going to come to your defense when I have gaggles of motherfuckers coming into like comment sections, emails, and all that stuff? Where the fuck are you at?
Yeah.
Nowhere.
Yeah, these motherfuckers won't even write a comment, let alone make a video to defend me.
Right.
But they want me to make a 5-minute fucking video on how this fucking person over here is so awesome, even though they're fucking half wrong in what they're saying. But because it's your friend, I don't get it. I don't fucking get it.
No, I don't get it either. It makes no fucking sense. It's to me, I look at it like this. It's that high school, grade school mentality. That's all it is somebody coming to, you know, if it was a legitimate thing, then that would be a different story. But when both sides are wrong, there's no point in getting involved with it. And even I'll play devil's advocate, but even if they were right, it's almost like to the point, okay, if you're right, why come to your defense if you don't come to like mine? Why would I do that?
Well, and let's take it a little even deeper than that. If you're right, you don't need the videos. If you're right, stand on fucking business, let people attack you knowing you're fucking right, and keep on marching about your day. You don't have to give these people attention. You don't have to you don't have to make every one of these motherfuckers famous, which is what we saw happen a lot this week. This past week, guys, this is on Thursday. This fucking, was last week. Holy shit. Fuck, man. We saw so many motherfuckers get famous and get paid because motherfuckers didn't like that those motherfuckers were saying some shit about the other people. Like, they didn't like it. So they make a video saying, blah, 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 this person said this about me, blah, 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 blah. And then next thing you know, the gaggle of motherfuckers that trails behind these people like fucking tiny little fucking coattail riding, dick riding followers, they're all of a sudden all over the fucking internet making their videos about how awesome these people are. And they're just fucking normal ass people. Just normal ass people.
Right. And if you're that awesome and you're right and all that stuff, you wouldn't need all of those fucking people to come to your aid at all.
No.
And all you're fucking doing is not only clouding, just clogging up the fucking waves with all this nonsense and this fucking high school childish bullshit, but you're giving exactly what those people wanted.
Airtime.
100%. Airtime. You're giving them airtime. You're giving them followers. You're getting them paid. You're doing all this shit. For what? Because your feelings might have got hurt?
Yeah. Yeah.
Does it make sense?
We saw some fucking wild shit happen as last week and this week coming into this week. It's absolutely fucking wild. And, and here's the part I don't understand, I guess, is back to the truth thing. If you're speaking the truth, you don't need to defend it. If you're speaking the truth, especially if some idiot, some fucking detached jackwagon doesn't like it, why are you spending your time entertaining their bullshit? Because really what that does to the doers on the internet. So when somebody makes a video, like let's say somebody makes a video about me, never happened before, of course.
No, never. I've never seen any of those.
Somebody makes a video about me and how much I'm an asshole, how fucking heartless I am, how racist I am, how whatever I am, that is not fucking true. If I make a video attacking them, the way I do it, and I have done this, but the way I do it is I don't give them airtime. I don't say their name. I don't show their picture. I don't put their video up. I describe the situation that I'm in, and then I answer to it. I'm not giving you any fucking airtime. It's not going to happen. It goes back to the thing of why I don't do the reply to the comment where, hey, these motherfuckers, and the people point up at the fucking comment that they posted on the screen. I don't do that because all that does is train your haters to come at you harder. Okay, if I come at this motherfucker hard enough, he'll give me airtime. He'll put my name in front of his audience. And what y'all have to understand, anybody that's got a following at all, you have to understand, and it may be less than this. It most likely is a little bit less than this, but if you really want to operate within the fucking parameters of getting and obtaining, getting and maintaining your level of success here, operate under this notion. 50% of your followers only follow you because they're waiting for you to trip. They're waiting for the gotcha moment so they can bust you out. That's 50% of your fucking followers right there. So when you come out and you start fucking, parading yourself all over the place like a fucking show pony, talking about how great you are, and then you have all the fucking people do this shit. For the doers out there, for the people that really understand the way humans truly do fucking work, all we see is you are fucking rattled. Your fucking entire ego is shaken by that one motherfucker making a video about you so badly. It's shaken so badly that you have to now divert all of your attention that you keep telling everybody else is always focused on positive shit. You now are diverting that attention to this motherfucker. Now, that puts us in another fucking situation because now we know that your ego is rattled. That means you believe that there might be something they said that is actually right. Now you're shaking. But now that you're making the videos, now that you're refocusing all this time on that, we also know that you're full of shit. We also know that you're not nearly as busy as you fucking say you are. You're not nearly as focused on all this positive motion that you keep telling all of us you are, because you have all this time to not do that and then focus on that. Or maybe you do all that, but this negative thing over here, you allowed to overshadow the positive shit you're doing over there. So now everything that was being benefited over there is now getting fucking shelved because your ego hurt and you want to fucking put it over here. So now you're either not nearly as busy doing all this positive shit as you said you were, or you were doing it, but defending your own self against stupid people is much more important than all that beneficial shit you were doing on the other side.
Oh, exactly. I mean, it's, you really hit the nail on the head with that, man. I mean, because it just shows, like, if you have all that time to table all the positive stuff and focus on the negative stuff, it's like you're welcoming it in. And when when you have all these people coming to your aid and you're constantly making these videos, it's showing everybody that it's easy to rattle your cage. It's easy to just fucking hit one little thing and let it ride because, it's going to benefit them in the long run. Let's be honest. 9 times out of 10, I would have to say, when these people try to do these things, like we've seen this like the last week and a half or whatever, they take a look to see, because it was pointed out in a couple of the videos I saw, this person has this many followers, this and that, blah, 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 and I'm down at this. And it's like, huh. And then all of a sudden, everybody engaged. And what happened? They saw that person saw an increase in their followers because of those videos.
Yeah, one of those videos you're talking about. We're not going to bust out any fucking names or nothing like that, but because there was several. It's the internet. There's a ton of feuds every single fucking day on the internet. So if we tried to rattle off all the ones we saw, we'd be here for the next 6.5 weeks. So one of the instances we saw is one woman was attacking another woman over being a Nazi and this and that and the other thing because of some of the shit, the way that she had it written in her name. Now, the problem here is that the woman that was being attacked is a friend, okay? And I do like this person. She is a real motherfucker. She is cool. Yeah. She does handle business. The problem that I had in it is that she used Google to defend the way she had her name written, and that's just not right. Google gave her the wrong information. And the part of the fucking information is she had some symbols on bookending her name, basically. Right. She, and she had this symbol over here and this symbol over here. They were matching symbols. And she used Google to prove, we're going to air quote this really, really hard, to prove that is not Nazi propaganda. But I can tell you from a firsthand perspective as a click leader in the Nazi world back in the day, our letterheads were written exactly like that. We had one symbol over here and one symbol over here. They weren't connected, but they meant the same fucking thing. So that was my big problem there. But, I had another situation where another dude friend of mine, he was getting attacked really hard, and everybody's like, you need to make your video. You need to make your video. Where's your voice? Where's your voice? What the fuck, dude? What, you're just going to let your buddy fucking hang? Yeah, because this fucking buddy of mine, he puts out information, or he puts out videos with the sole purpose of inciting reaction. What? I did that too. I still do that from time to time. I fucking put out a video to incite a reaction. If you're going to make a video that is going to piss people off, and I know you guys have heard me say this 1,000 fucking times if I've said it once, if you're going to make a video with the sole purpose of pissing somebody off, why do you get so mad when they get mad? Why do you get so mad when they give you the reaction that you wanted? All of a sudden, you're pissed off that they're pissed off when you tried to piss them off to begin with. And then it worked, and now you're mad? It doesn't make any fucking sense. So yeah, I let that motherfucker just hang out on the internet. I don't do videos. I'm never doing another defense video outside of maybe 3 fucking people in my world. I'm never doing another defense video ever again. And here's the other fucking thing. Well, not the other thing, another thing is that You look like a bitch. Like, I'll just be honest with you. Well, you look like a bitch when you're making endless amounts of videos defending somebody else that ain't making no videos to defend you. Because here's the thing. If you've got a following, if you've got a platform, if you've got a presence that's big enough that would warrant you making a video to defend somebody else, odds are you've been attacked too, and they haven't made a video. But now what you're doing is you're just making endless amounts of videos defending somebody that doesn't come to your rescue. What does that make you look like? What does that make you look? It makes you look like a bitch. Let's just be honest with you. Like it's
maybe just a little bit.
Like, okay, so here, Dave, let's use you and I as an example here, right?
Oh,
You know, we know each other, but we're internet friends, right? We're not real life friends. We're not actually business partners. We're not working together. We're not doing anything. We met on the internet and we're like, oh, we're friends now. Okay. You put out a video that you know is going to piss somebody off, or you write something on your page because you're too fucking ignorant to know what it means. And somebody gets mad about it and then they do videos. Now I come along and I go, hey, that's my friend and you're not going to talk shit about my friend. It's not going to happen. I'm not going to stand for it. Again, let's go back to the doers on the internet, the people that actually make shit happen. We look at that and we're like, dude, I wonder how many times Dave fucks Cliff during the week. I wonder how many times Cliff fucking just whores out his wife to Dave. Like, I don't think there's anything in this dude's world that Dave can't have the way he's acting on the internet, because, well, I don't ever see Dave mentioning Cliff, but Cliff is really going on a fucking tangent about Dave and how great he is. You know, it makes you look like a fucking chump, like a coward, like a dick riding maniac.
It truly does. Like, and why do you want yourself to look like that? I mean, you're embarrassing yourself.
Yeah.
You really are, because it's like, you know, for me personally, I've had the people in my comments that go off, and I've had a few people in the comments fire back at them and all that stuff. But it's like all the internet friends, I never see any of them come, you know, and it's like, and that's why I don't go to them. Like, I don't defend people that I don't know, because why the fuck should I?
Right.
You know, because so I can look like a bitch. That's one thing I'm not going to look like as a bitch by defending you. It's like, I'm going to come up here and start, oh my God, you hurt my feelings. Like you said, you hurt my feelings, my friend's feelings. I'm 100% behind my, no.
Yeah. No, you want me to fucking defend my friend? I don't want to hear about how you hurt his feelings. Yeah. All right, fuck, dude, because here's the thing. I mean, in my world, most likely, if you got your feelings hurt by some dickbag on the internet, you're probably not going to be my friend for very long, because you're a weak-minded, spineless puddle of shit that can't handle some random motherfucker talking a little bit of shit to you. How's it going to work out when I tell you your life's not going right? How's it going to work out when I tell you from a fucking first-person perspective that we need to get you back on track because you're not operating correctly and your family's depending? Well, then you're going to get the walkaways. So we're not going to be friends that fucking long if your feelings can get hurt by some random motherfucker on the internet.
Right. No, exactly. And I'm the same way. We're not going to be friends very long. I mean, because the way I am, my personality is that there's a lot of, you know, I'm going to fuck with my friends. You know, I'm going to fuck with them. You know, you and I, we fuck with each other. I mean, that's just what we do. But
if I don't fuck with you, I don't like you. That's the rules.
Exactly. That's how I feel. You know, but it's like, if your feelings going to get hurt by some bullshit, some nobody that's on the internet, and you gotta hop in the fucking DMs back, why aren't you helping your friend out? He's got his feelings hurt. Well, probably because he's not my friend.
Yeah.
If your feelings are gonna get hurt like that, it's like, you just showed me how weak you are. You know, it's like, that tells me as a person, like, if I was in that situation, you're gonna tuck tail and fucking run. And those are the people that I don't want to associate with. I don't want somebody that's gonna say that, yeah, I got your back, blah blah blah, and then all of a sudden they're gonna tuck tail because you know, just by that situation, because, you know, you get your feelings hurt, chances are you are going to tuck tail and run. I mean, let's just be honest.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You know, and here's the other fucking thing is why, just stop and think for a second. If some random motherfucker on the internet can piss you off that bad, what does that say about you? Like to you personally. What does that say about yourself to you if some random nobody on the internet can crawl under your skin that bad where you're going to not only do it alone, but you're going to recruit all your fucking friends and actually make them famous? Because we saw a lot of that. So what was there like? I want to say I counted like 8 or 9 different real feuds, like big feuds going on where there was multiple people making videos about everybody and this and that and the other thing.
That's all I fucking saw was all these.
It was all week,
feuds.
all fucking week. It's nothing but feuds all week.
I felt like I was I felt like I was back on a fucking playground somewhere, just like, wow, I'm just gonna
Mickey Mouse high school fucking drama.
I'm just like, here, let's have some popcorn. Let's see where this is playing. But eventually, I just got sick of seeing it, and I just started laughing. You know, it's like, you guys are a bunch of fucking pussies.
Like, you are so not into yourself. If some random dickbag on the fucking internet can ruin your fucking life to the point where you got to make them famous. Because that's exactly what we saw happen. It's exactly what we see happen every single time this bullshit happens. So last week and into this week, I've been tracking these motherfuckers that are in these fucking feuds and shit on both ends. And I've actually noticed some of the motherfuckers that were on my side of things. Like, we'll just team it, right? So it's the my team and their team, right? The bad people's team and the good people's team. Well, I actually saw something happen that I actually found really positive in the weirdest fucking way. Some of the fucking people that were in the feuds on my side of shit with people on the other side of shit actually dropped in followers. They had fucking dozens of motherfuckers, and a couple of these people actually did have dozens of people, other people making videos coming to their defense, and they dropped followers, hemorrhaged followers. This one guy I was following, he hemorrhaged 6,000 followers because he was right and everybody else was right, and they were gonna fucking tell the whole internet about how amazing this dude is because the other guy on the other side of things said he was a fucking total pile of shit, called him a bunch of names, made a bunch of false allegations and this and that and the other thing. This dude hemorrhaged 6,000 followers in the course of a week because of that bullshit. Now, here's the real interesting thing. He was sitting at about 370,000 followers. I know 6,000 followers is not that much when you're talking about that kind of numbers, but the truth is there. He's sitting at about 370,000 followers, and he dropped about 6,000 followers in a week. The person that fucked him up in the beginning, the person that rattled his ego so fucking badly, had 3,200 followers when this all started. And at the end of this shit, at the end of the fucking feud, this last weekend, the fucking person that started all of it with 3,200 followers, no, I think he had 3,330, I think is what it was.
Okay.
27,000 fucking followers.
Get the fuck outta here.
27,000 followers at the end of a week, while this dude who was in the right, air quoting, dropped 6,000 fucking followers. People are done with the bullshit. You know, this other one that we talked about earlier, you know, I didn't see her drop any followers, but the person that attacked her to begin with had like 19 or something thousand followers, and now she's at 85 or 88,000 followers. You're making the stupid people famous because of your own fucking ego and your inability to get a fucking handle on it.
Wait a minute. So you mean to tell me that's all I need to do is just pick one random person, find one random video that I don't agree with, and attack them? Somebody that's got millions of followers, and then I'll get all game.
Every time.
Bet, motherfucker, that's what I'm going to do now. So all you motherfuckers with those high followers, I'm going to find you. And I'm going to find something on you, and I'm going to fucking hit it. Because I want them followers now. Make me famous, bitches. Make me famous.
Well, it comes back to what we said earlier. You're giving your fucking power away. You're making people famous because you can't get a handle on your fucking ego. Why do you think that I do the way I do things the way I do it on social media? It's because I refuse to make stupid people famous. I refuse to make shitty people famous. I refuse to get other people paid. And here's another fucking thing you got to understand. Speaking of the pay part, some of these people that were on the other end of the feuds, that one with 3,200 followers, 3,330 or whatever it was.
They get paid.
Now they can monetize. Now they can monetize. You actually made them money by fucking rattling your own fucking, letting your ego get rattled. You made them money.
Just because you couldn't just like let your ego go, just let it go. Now you just got somebody that on the other side that probably is a piece of shit anyways.
Yeah.
Now you just allowed him to get fucking paid.
Yeah.
You're fucking retarded. How retarded are you for doing that? I mean, seriously, you're going to let them rattle your cage that much, 3,200 or 12,000 followers, right? Let them bolster their followers up to 24,000. Now they get paid.
Yeah. It's fucking wild.
You're fucking dumb. You're fucking dumb. I don't even know what else to say. I'm just throwing my hands up. And for whoever's not watching, you're listening, I'm throwing my hands up because it's fucking, my God.
It's like, hard to wrap your head around.
Right. But it's like, it's sending a message out to everybody else like that's just starting out. Like I just said, find that one person with millions of followers, find a video that you don't agree with and attack. And then you're going to get fucking followers. You're going to get fucking paid. And that's what you just showed everybody.
Well, it goes back to what I said in the beginning of the fucking show. At the top of the show, I said what? I said 50% of your followers are only following you because they hate you. As soon as you put somebody that is fucking against you and fighting you publicly up on the fucking screen, 50% of your followers just went, he's making a good point.
Let's go follow him. And
yeah, let's get that motherfucker paid because he's attacking this motherfucker.
And overnight, he gets fucking paid.
Yep.
Bravo.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bravo.
Overnight, you picked up fucking 20-some thousand followers.
And the funny thing
in
is,
a week.
You know what the funny thing about that whole thing is? Wouldn't it be funny if that person that you couldn't allow your ego just to fucking just let go? If that person that just gained all those followers are now making more money than you on social media. Oh, now you just got fucking double deemed.
And they will be. That's the thing, is because if you make these motherfuckers famous, if they fucking got under your skin hard enough, they trolled you hard enough for you to get them famous, they're good at what they do. And the internet loves trolls. The internet doesn't pay anybody like they pay trolls. They fucking pay these fucking pieces of shit so fucking well. Trust me, I've got friends that their whole fucking gig, great people, good people, but they fucking make $30,000 a month because they go on the internet under some fucking fictitious page, profile, and name, and they just troll motherfuckers.
My God, that's just fucking. I'm sorry. I'm still trying to wrap my brain around this. Like literally, like how, why, just why? Fucking yeah. They're fucking dumb. Is what it is. I mean,
well, and now you've got the other aspect of like, so you want everybody in social media land to make it. You want it to look like you've got some sort of army behind you, right? You got some sort of group of motherfucking ride or dies. I will tell you this: out of all the motherfuckers that I've seen on the internet that are getting in these feuds, and all these motherfuckers are ganging up on and gathering behind and rallying for. The entire group, if that entire group, let's say all 30 of these motherfuckers were standing in front of me, I will break you down physically one by one by one by one. Your power lies in the fact that you can't be touched. And everybody that actually has touched people before understands that you're nothing but an internet bitch. You're a fucking shit-talking internet clown. That's what it is. And that leads me into another fucking aspect, because I was talking to another buddy of mine, and he is a friend of mine. I still let him hang on the fucking internet. This is the guy, not the one with the fucking writing on her stuff, and then not the other one. There's another one. He's a great dude, but he fucking got raked across the coals. And I'm like, well, that's the internet. I'm not jumping all over this shit. And he's like, yeah, but I thought, like, he's like, dude, honestly, like, but you're not gonna like say anything. Like, no, welcome to the fucking internet. Like, you didn't say anything when I got fucking hammered on, and you actually shared one of the videos that I was getting hammered on before you knew it was me getting fucking annihilated. So it's no, I'm not going to do it. But here's the thing. So he's like, you know, in the course of all this, and this one actually happened. This one came to a culmination, like came to a head and kind of blew up right as all of the last week and the week, you know, this last week and the week before happened. It was kind of a little bit before that. But he's like, dude, you got to understand, like, this is my biggest accomplishment. And he's like, I'm getting paid on fucking social media just to make posts and like, this is a great thing. This helps my life. This is my greatest accomplishment. And now they're talking about demonetizing me. Let me say this. And a lot of you people I understand, and I'm not throwing any shade. I'm trying to be human here. I understand you are going to not like to hear this. Mm-hmm. If your life's greatest accomplishment is having a lot of followers and getting paid on Facebook, you don't have any life accomplishments.
No.
This is not real life. This is not a life accomplishment. Unless you're Mr. fucking Beast, this is not a life accomplishment. I don't give a shit if you're making $100,000 a month. You're still not doing anything real, because here's the fucking truth. Real shit can't be shut off, right? If you own businesses and you're doing all this other shit, you're a philanthropist and you got this going on in this stream and this income stream, all these irons in the fire in the real world, you're going to be fine if one of those irons gets yanked out of the fire. Right. But the problem with social media people is they have 30 irons and they all have Facebook written on them, and they're in the same fucking fire, and they have a chain wrapped around them. So if you take one out, they all come out with it. If Facebook can push one button and shut you down, you don't have any life accomplishments. If Facebook can say you're done and hit the button, and now nobody in the world knows who the fuck you are, you don't have any life accomplishments. You have all of your fucking eggs in one basket, which any fucking rich or wealthy person, because for the stupid people out there, there's a difference between being rich and wealthy. Rich people are the ones that sign your checks. Wealthy people are the ones that sign their checks. Yep. You're telling these motherfuckers you got nothing. You got nothing. You literally have zero. And that's exactly why when all of these influencers, these internet influencers, these social media influencers, when they get their account banned, what else happens? All the fucking sponsors they had, all the business partnerships they had, all the ambassadorships they had, they all leave. They all stop paying you because you're no longer of use. You don't have an audience. If you were that fucking important, they would stick by you while you rebuilt your audience. But they understand how this works. In fact, there's that one dude. He had 385,000 followers, and the fucking and Facebook said, "Nope, you're fucking done." So he made a new page. And he's been on that new page for almost a year, and he's up to almost 8 months or something like that. And he's up to 34,000 followers. Motherfucker, if that ain't proof positive that being famous on the internet means you ain't famous and means you don't have a loyal following, means these people aren't nearly as into you as you are into you, if that don't prove that, I don't know what will. Because if that was a fact, and this motherfucker barked a lot about how his fucking fans were so loyal, if that was so fucking true, and you had a fucking account with 384 or 85,000 followers shut down, within a couple of months, those fucking followers would find you again, wouldn't they? But it's taken you almost a year to get back to 30,000 followers. And you're fucking running 6-7 videos a fucking day to do it. Dude, it's fucking absurd. At the rate in which people give their power away.
Yeah, and that's a true sign right there. I mean, they're just giving it away just willy-nilly. Like, they don't care, and they don't think about the ramifications of what happens by engaging this stuff. We talked about, how you can lose monetization, all that stuff. But a lot of these people also, like you touched on it, have sponsors. How long until do you think your sponsors are going to allow the bickering and the little wars on social media keep going before they just decide to pull the plug because they don't want to be attached to it?
Right. Well,
and then you're fucked there too.
And you and I actually in real life are going through some of this shift. Obviously, you guys all know, if you're listening or watching, my content has been shifting. Dave's content, internet content has been shifting because we're just fucking tired of being part of the fucking problem. It's just a bunch of people bitching on the internet about shit that ain't never going to fucking change. So I have gone back to my personal development shit my way. I pertain to my audience. Dave has gone basically shifted full into Norse perspective on just about everything in life.
Yeah.
You know, Dave's been taking it on Hammer Drops on social media. He's been taking, you know, life occurrences, just random life shit, and funneling it, you know, or shift, you know, putting it through the lens of the Norse mythology or the Norse pagans, and giving you the Havamal text and the perspectives that they looked at this on. We've all been shifting our content, and the main reason is just because we have to try to make this place a better fucking place. The internet has become such a cesspool of people bitching about shit that they can't change, that they won't ever change, that will never fucking change, that you can't get to the good. So it's going to be up to the leaders to fucking make some changes, like us. So I'm bringing, you know, if the world's fighting you, I'm not going to fight the world, right? This is the way I look at things when it comes to my personal development, right? My personal development material. The world is fighting you. The world's fighting me. The world's fighting all of everyone, right? Well, I'm not going to keep trying to fight the world. I'm going to teach you the best ways to combat the world yourself so that you become a leader. You make your fucking life everything you fucking want it to be. And then that ripple effect, that butterfly effect, then fucking infects everybody around you to become what they fucking want. And it's all based on your action, your perspective, your knowledge, your wisdom, your experience, and your willingness to do the fucking work to transform yourself, your mind, and your life to something to be proud of. That is what unfucks the world. That is what unfucks all of society's bullshit. And that is what will unfuck the internet from the cesspool it has become of people just bitching about shit they can't change. You know why people bitch about shit they can't change on the internet? It's because they refuse to change anything that they don't like about their life as it currently fucking sits in the fucking real world.
Yeah, no, exactly. I mean, let's just be honest. I mean, people, it's an outlet for them to doom scroll on social media because, you know, there's funny videos, there's this, there's that. But when you start clogging everything up, people are going to start like taking notice to that. Like if we hop on social media, chances are 90% chance I'm going to see some bullshit. Somebody arguing, somebody bitching and moaning about this and that.
100%
whatever.
Chance.
I mean, we've taken, like, people have really stopped watching TV, stopped watching mainstream media and all that stuff because of this. What do you think's going to happen when everybody starts to get fed up with the bullshit that's rambling on social media? They're going to do the same fucking thing. They're just going to shut it off because they get it on TV. Yeah. If they click on the TV just to kick back, fucking relax, and that's all they're seeing on TV, that's why they stopped watching fucking TV and started doom scrolling on social media to see those funny videos or self-help things or something that can relate to them. And now all of a sudden they're just seeing all this garbage. Yeah. They're going to eventually shut it off. Yeah, because it's redundant. It's old.
Yeah. Well, that's the whole landscape of social media is fucking changing, whether people want to admit it or not. Yeah. You can tell the people that don't want to admit it to themselves that it's changing because they're still doing the same dumb shit. They'll change for a couple of days and then it's back to the same dumb shit because their friends are doing it, because their friends, again, are the people too that won't admit it to themselves that the social media landscape is changing and the more important factor, needs to change.
Let me be honest with you. If you start to change your content, like if you have your original way you do content and then you changed it because all your friends are doing it, and then you go back to doing it how you used to, but then you go right back to doing it how all your friends are doing it, what does that say to you as a person? What kind of person are you? It doesn't say that it doesn't scream you're a fucking leader. No. It screams you're a fucking dick following dick writer, a dick writer, basically.
I'll be a dick writer. I'm fucking all about it.
Yeah, let's do it. But essentially, just a dick writer. You're just a follower. You're not a leader. Yeah. And we need more leaders today than we've ever needed.
Oh, yeah. The world is starving for leaders, and it's evident in the fucking social media return that you see on these people. Mm-hmm. These motherfuckers come out here, the ones they see one of their friends do a wig video, so the next 7 videos they do is got a wig and they're doing a dance, all sorts of shit. These are the motherfuckers that are always bitching that they can't get anybody to listen to them, whether it's in the real world or on the fucking social media, in the social media verse. They can't get anybody to listen to them. They can't get anybody to follow them. They can't get this, can't get that. It's because the world sees you for what you are, you dick riding, following sack of shit. You uncreative, unoriginal fucking dick rider. We see you. The whole fucking world sees it. And that is such what is such a nice thing for me anyway, and I'm sure for you, for the real ones out there. The fact that these people are no longer just stacking followers by the thousands is such a refreshing sight, because that is one of those markers that if you know how to look for them, will give you some hope in this world. The fact that, because fucking 3 years ago, these fucking idiots, these dick riding fucking morons, they would have been stacking followers by the thousands or tens of thousands every stupid video they did. But now they're not. Now they're having a hard time building a following. That tells you that the masses are done with your fucking sniveling bullshit. That tells you that the masses are starving for a leader and they don't see you as one.
Exactly. And you know what? Since my content changed and, doing what I've been doing, I mean, I've done a lot of different series like on control and loyalty and stuff like that. I may not have that engagement that I had once before with all the stuff I was posting before. But the one thing that's definitely changed is my follower count keeps fucking going up.
Yeah.
And it's not growing small, it's growing bigger.
Right.
I think I've grown since the content changed. I think it's been about 2-3 weeks since we've changed our content. In the last 2 to 3 weeks, I think I've gained probably at least 6,000 followers, if not more.
Yeah, that's awesome. I hemorrhaged about 1,000 right out of the fucking gate when I went back to personal development, because personal development is that weird gray area where so when I was talking about nothing but cultural commentary, right? That pertains to everybody. Everybody can find something in that to bitch about because they don't like something about it. When I went back to my personal development, or when I do my personal development, I'm now in a very small niche, a very gray area, a small gray area of people that aren't doing good, but want to do better. And on top of it, here's the most important factor, are willing to actually do the work. When you shift from you shift into personal development content and telling people how to get better and showing people through your own action that things are possible. Most people aren't living the life they want, to the tune of probably 97 to 99% of the people are not living the life they want. So when you start doing material talking about that and showing them how to do it, they don't take it as lessons. They don't take it as a learning experience. They don't take it as, holy shit, I could make this life the way I want it. They take it as you reminding them that they're not doing it and they don't really want to do it. So they're just not going to listen to you keep reminding them, and then they unfollow you. Anytime you do a content shift, no matter what it's from or what it's to, you're always going to get that lag period. You're going to get that lull period. You're going to hemorrhage a few, and then it'll pick back up. Your fucking engagement will drop, and then it'll pick back up. But you're going to go through this. But you have to go through that because you're weeding out the motherfuckers that are just going to look at your new shit and go, fuck you, fuck this, fuck that, fuck everything, I'm out. You don't need those. You're weeding those out by the content shift. So every now and then I like to shift my content around anyway for a couple of weeks just to see where the real motherfuckers are, just to see how many real motherfuckers I got following me. Because most of the people, here's the other fucking thing, that all these fucking people with these, I got 2 million followers. I got 2.5 million followers. I got 900,000 followers. These motherfuckers don't want to admit to themselves that most of those followers came because of one video. Yeah. Somebody agreed with one fucking thing you said at noon on Wednesday a year ago or 2 years ago or 5 years ago, and they ain't looked at your shit since.
Yeah. No, and you're 100% right. I mean, that's the reality of it. One of your videos went viral, and that's where you gained all your followers. Yep. And you've been struggling ever since.
Yep. Yeah. It's fucking wild. Guys, if you really, truly, truly, truly want your fucking life to be better, your mentality to be better, your perspective on the world and yourself and your everything better, you got to stop giving your fucking power away. And in most of this shit nowadays happens on social media. At least in real life, if somebody comes up to you and they start fucking with you, you have the opportunity to shut that shit down in the realest fucking way and have it end. But social media, motherfuckers are bulletproof because they know you're not going to show up at their house. They know you most likely can't even fucking find their house. So they're free to talk all the shit they want. These motherfuckers that know you can't hurt them, know they're bulletproof. If these motherfuckers are the ones that are rattling your cage, you need to have a long talk in the fucking mirror about how you actually view yourself. That's again, this is why I don't fucking do all that shit. I see it. I get 1,000 people a month at least using my videos to make videos to talk shit about me. I don't give a fuck because I know me. I know me better than anybody else fucking knows me. And that's why I don't get ruffled. I don't get rattled. I don't get my fucking ego and my panties in a fucking twist when somebody says that I'm a piece of shit. Okay, that's great. You have an opinion. You're free to have that. Oh, wait, we don't want to touch on the whole freedom of speech, right? Everybody should be free to have their own opinion as long as it's positive of me. Yeah, well, that's another show, I'm sure. But
yeah, we can't talk about that. I mean, come on. We don't want to kill, we don't want to burst everybody's fucking world.
We don't want to kill too many birds with just this one rock.
I mean, we could. I mean, we literally could. I mean, we could say, let's just throw that fucker out there now.
Yeah, because that is the way I look at it. When somebody makes a video talking shit about me, I'm like, great, you have an opinion and you're not afraid to state it. That's fantastic. That's what this country is about. You and I are obviously not going to see eye to eye sometimes. And a lot of times I'll try to reach out, have that conversation. And if the conversation doesn't go well, I'll just let them continue doing their fucking thing. I don't reach out conversation wise, making a video, fuck this person. No, I'll just send them a message and be like, I noticed your video. I couldn't help but see it. I watched it. And what I can see why you might think that. Is there room in this exchange for us to have a conversation, a real conversation? Maybe I can explain some things to you about me, and you can explain some things about you to me, and maybe we can get past this. If most of the time that works just fine, but sometimes it doesn't. In that case, okay, go on, do your fucking thing. I'm just not going to pay attention. I'm glad you're exercising your right. I'm glad you have the balls to do it out loud. I'm just not going to entertain it because I don't want to grow your following. I don't want to grow your monetization factor, your paycheck. I'm not doing anything with you for you. You're going to do your thing and I'm going to do my thing. And we're both going to appreciate the fact that we have the balls to say what we fucking say out loud.
Oh, exactly. And I actually had somebody in one of my comments from one of my videos. He hopped on there and his whole purpose was to incite me to get me pissed off. And we had a conversation. And he, in the comments, he's like, you know what? He's like, bro, I have to apologize because I thought you're a completely different person than what you are.
Right.
And it's
that's what they get about me all the time. That's why I'm not invited to any of these influencer get-togethers. I'm friends with everybody apparently, but I'm never invited to them.
No, we can't have Cliff there. We can't have Savage there. No. I mean, everything's gonna blow up then. Right. That's what they're afraid of. Let's be honest.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. I did have one fucking guy. This was a couple of years ago. He was honest with me and he's like, here's the thing. He's like, I'm going to tell you this. And he was a good friend of mine. And he was the good friend of mine that would set me straight. When I got a little too out of line, that motherfucker bring me back. When I got a little too, when I was not enough, he pulled me up, he was a real friend. Right. And he goes, I'll tell you, dude. He's like, the reason you're not invited to some of this shit, even my shit, is because I need my events to go a certain way. And when you enter the room, you change the energy. He's like, you don't think you do, but you do. You change the fucking energy, and then people start getting drawn to you, and they start getting distracted from what I need them to be focused on. He's like, and we had done an event a year prior to that, and he's like, look at the Matheson event. He's like, what happened there, dude? He's like, you got there, and within 30 minutes of you being there, all the people that I had invited to get other people, because they would bring other people in, all of those people weren't talking to the people that they fucking invited. They got it, that came because of them. They were talking to you. They were funnel. They were just fucking. I can't believe the word. I can't remember the word he fucking used. But he's like, they all funneled to you and then didn't leave. He's like, because you're an intriguing motherfucker. Once you start talking, once you're around you in real life, there is a whole energy shift in your radius, whatever room you were in, it changes. And he's like, that's probably the real reason that you don't get invited to this shit, is because people need this shit to happen this way, and you coming in fucks that up. Not because it's a negative, but because it's a net positive on your end, but it's not conducive to the success of the event.
Right. Well, you're the wild card. That's why. Yeah. Because they're all going to be drawn to you, and they're going to hear what you have to say, and they're not going to pay attention to anything else that's going on. So they're drawn to you, and now that takes away from what all those gaggle of social media influencers want. They want them on eyes on them, not on you.
Yeah, I love being the wild card. Everybody wants to be the wild card. I've heard people actually say that. I'm a wild one. I love being the wild one. Well, yeah, it's fucking fantastic having everybody tell you that you're their friends and then not getting invited anywhere.
You're my friend, but you're not invited.
Right.
Well, but I'm your friend. Why wouldn't I be invited? I mean,
Yeah.
it's like, well, there you go. We know why you wouldn't be invited, because you're going to take the attention off of them and they don't want that. So are you really their friend?
Yeah, who knows? It's like I said to you, I think it was actually you and I were having a conversation earlier in the week. And I was saying, I was like, I'm at the point now where I don't have friends on social media.
Yeah.
I know people on social media. Like, I know of people on social media. I have people on social media that I know of, that I am acquainted with. But I no longer have friends on social media. You know what I mean?
Oh, exactly. I have a ton of acquaintances, and I've more acquaintances than I do friends, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
There's a reason for that. That's the way I want it set up.
I like my fucking circle extremely fucking small. I don't even like my circle to form a fucking circle, if I'm being honest with you.
No,
I pretty much
the
like
little
my
map.
circle to be maybe a triangle. Maybe if you stretch it really wide, an octagon. But I don't want smooth edges. I want
it rough.
angles. Like, you know.
I want points and rough spots. I want all of that. I don't want. Here's my perfect circle.
Yeah.
You're in my circle. No.
Yeah, no, I don't want to be in your circle.
You're in
Fuck
my
your circle.
whatever
Your
this
circle
thing
sucks.
is. You're in my whatever this fucking thing is. It's not a circle. It's not a triangle. It's not a square. It's not. It doesn't even have a word of what it is, but it connects somehow.
I say my table. Like my table is small, right? Nobody's welcome. And in fact, I did a video about that last week. My table is small. There are 2 fucking chairs at my table. A fucking chair for me and a chair for my wife. You want it, and the reason for that is because I don't got a fucking chair at anybody else's table. I got a lot of rhetoric getting spit in my fucking ear. I got a lot of fucking I love yous. I got a lot of you're the bests, but I don't got a lot of fucking chairs at anybody's fucking table. So I got 2 chairs at my fucking table. You want a fucking chair at my table? Earn it by first and foremost being a fucking real human being and not putting social media relationships above real life relationships. And secondarily to that, when it does come to the social media atmosphere, slide my fucking chair up to your table. You'll get a chair at my fucking table.
Exactly. I agree with you 100%. There's only a few people at my table, primarily just me and my wife, but people earn their way into my table. You're one of them that has earned their way to.
As you are mine and Troy and Ant,
Right.
And Huck and the
everybody-
real ones that are actually in my text messages going, do you believe this motherfucker?
Right, exactly. But everybody else, no, you got a lot of work to do to have a seat at my table. And chances are, if you have a seat at my table, you're not going to be at the table. You're going to be at the kiddie table.
Yeah. Well, and that's the other thing to realize too, is that like once you get to a certain level, a certain point in mentality, in stature or status or whatever it is, once you have earned a chair at somebody's table that doesn't give chairs out, you better fucking watch your shit, because most likely that chair that you earned at their table earned you a chair at their table and their table and their table and their table and their table. I mean, we've had instances of it in our own lives where we get welcomed into this thing, and then next thing you know, like this person might have welcomed me in, and then I'm friends with this person, and then next thing you know, I'm friends with this person. Holy shit, you're really fucking I'm really friends with. Do you know who that is? We've had that in our lives.
Oh yeah, I've had it in my life, and I could say that, wholeheartly. I mean, I've had that in my life where I've earned my seat at a table, and then I've earned my seat at this table and this table and this table, and it's like, but see, the difference is once you earn your seat at that table, I'm not, you can't be out there flaunting that shit,
right?
And a lot of people will. A lot of people will be like, oh, look who I'm friends with.
Yeah,
it's like no, man, that's not real. Then now you just digress right back. It's like you can't do that. And we see that a lot too, but I mean, that's another show too.
But if you're, and on the good news is like the good news for the doers and the make shit happen people is if you're that kind of, like these people are that kind of fucking person where they're going to be like, oh my God, I earned a seat at this table, and they got their phone out. Look at the friends.
Right.
Oh my God, my friends. We already know you're that kind of person, and you're never getting a fucking chair at my table. I can fucking promise you that.
No. And the other thing is like, if you start earning, you earn that, like for me, I've earned my seat at the tables, right?
Yep.
At different people's table, people with high followers and all that stuff. But see, here's the thing: difference between me and a lot of other people is when I don't look at him like that. They're just a
There's another dude,
another person, cool motherfucker that I would go out. You know, I don't drink anymore, but if I drink, I'd go out have a beer with them, go grab a cup of coffee, meal, whatever, smoke a joint, whatever it is. But that's what I look at. I don't look at him because, oh my God, look at that. He's got 2 million followers and he's friends with me now. Ooh,
yeah.
no.
Well, I've got fucking some of my closest friends now. I didn't even know what they did. I didn't know who the fuck they were. I ended up meeting them somewhere and I'm like, hey, how you doing? Blah, 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 blah. And I kind of just went on about my business. Next thing you know, we fucking, I get a message. Hey, what's this? Like what's going on here? Blah, blah, blah. And then we just start talking. Like I've got friends now that have literally have like they literally have TV shows on Discovery Channel and History Channel. I've got a friend that has a fucking show on HGTV or whatever the fucking the sister channel to that is. I never fucking knew these motherfuckers had that shit. And you know what I did once I found out? I was like, wow, that's really fucking awesome. So did you want to meet up for some coffee or something? Like it doesn't, it's not, I'm not that dude. I don't give a shit. I'm absolutely fucking happy. I don't want to say I don't give a shit. I'm absolutely fucking happy that life is going so well and you're doing so many wonderful things. I just don't base our relationship on it or my necessity in this equation on what you're fucking doing outside. Cause I never look at somebody going, I wonder how they can benefit me later. Unless I'm hiring you to do a job, then that is part of the process. What am I hiring you to do and how can you benefit the company? Outside of that, if we're just humans and we get along, great. If you're doing a bunch of great shit, even better, Yeah.
No, I agree. We're friends with a similar person with, a TV show and stuff like that. It's like, hey, that's great. I'm happy for him. He's doing fucking great and all this stuff, and other people that own businesses and stuff like that. It's like, hey, bravo. That's great. But never once in my back of my head is like, how can this person benefit me?
Right.
Because that's not friendship. That's nothing.
I'm more of a, how can I benefit them? Really.
Well,
let me hold on one second, which is not the best way to be. I do have an air of people pleaser. People think that because I have this fucking this aggressive, this intense persona, this personality, it's that I can't possibly have any people pleaser in me. I have a lot of people pleaser in me. So that is not the best thing, but yeah, it's a better thing than what can they do for me to be. It is a better thing to be, what can I do for them?
Right. No, for me, it's just more like, like, oh, hey, that's cool, man. I'm happy that they're doing well. I just look at everybody as a individual.
Yeah.
And it's just like, I don't care if stature and all that stuff. I don't give a fuck what you do. It doesn't make you who you are. As long as you're, respectful, a cool motherfucker, you got my respect. After you earn it, of course. You got to earn respect.
Yeah, nobody's above common courtesy or below common courtesy right out of the gate. I'll extend you that common courtesy no matter who or what you are. It's what happens after that is where the respect gets built. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, you got to earn that shit.
So let's wrap this fucking thing up. If you guys really want your life to be fucking better, you want this, and I know this sounds like some hippy dippy shit to some of you motherfuckers, but the real honest to God's truth is you do want your life to be happy. You do want a sense of inner peace. You do want to be not so inundated with bullshit every single fucking day. The best way to make that happen is, well, honestly, stay off social media altogether. But in this world of social media, engineered social climates and socioeconomic fucking things, we're all on social media, so don't let these stupid motherfuckers get to you. When somebody talks a bunch of shit about you, just honor the fucking rights they're using. You have a right to that fucking opinion. You have a right to state that opinion out loud. You have a right to do all this shit. Good for you. Exercise your rights, because the more people we got exercising their rights, the more likely it is that they won't be so fucking quickly taken away.
Exactly. Well said.
And get your fucking ego under control.
Yes. Learn how to get past that ego, because that ego is going to kill a lot of shit for you.
Again, if a fucking random dickbag on the internet can fuck your whole day up just by saying you're an asshole, your ego is out of fucking control, and you need to get a handle on that immediately.
Exactly. And one more thing, I just want to say this. The easiest way to not get yourself in that situation when somebody's coming at you, the easiest way to shut somebody up, they don't exist.
Silence,
Don't acknowledge them.
I make my silence the most deafening sound in people's lives when I choose to.
Yep, same here. That's exactly what I do.
Let them know where they can find you, Dave.
Well, you can find me on OnlyFans. No, I'm just kidding. You can find me over there on Instagram and Facebook at The Hammer Drops. You can also email me directly at david@thehammerdrops.com. And while you're there, don't forget to follow, like, and share some of the content and help me break those algorithms with the new content that I'm putting out there.
Awesome. You want to help me out, get these words out, get these truths out, you can follow me too on Instagram. @Savagely Loud is where I'm most active, and you're going to find 2 links on that page. One link is the Savagely Loud podcast page. Please follow us there. The other link you're going to find is a simple link tree anywhere you want to hear my bullshit, see my rants. You can fucking find it there, easy peasy. Outside of that, Facebook, X, and Rumble @Savagely Loud, YouTube @Savagely Loud Podcast. Please don't forget to subscribe, and you can email us in at savagelyloud@gmail.com. Don't forget to like, comment, share the material. And please, for the love of all the things that you love, rate and review the show.
Yes.
It's that time. We got into it, didn't we? We got into it.
We did.
Now we
my favorite song.
Now we have to remind ourselves that a little bit of humanity still exists within humans with a little segment I like to call Hopelessly Human, and it starts a little bit like...
People can be really rough. They can be quite tough. They can get in the way, but at the end of the day, some aren't only stupid, some are hopelessly human.
You got that right, chocolate rain. Some are hopelessly human. This one's no different. This one comes to you from FamilySearch.org. It's a little bit longer one, but I thought it was good. It's entitled Rescue on the Plains. On 19 December 1894, Benjamin Housley married Clarissa Pauline Allen. Their fathers, George Frederick Housley and Marshall Franklin Allen, became close friends. Several years later, the 2 fathers were at Benjamin and Clarissa's home in Utah. They began reminiscing over old times, and Marshall Allen told of the time, and several other young men were asked to go out and deliver provisions and assistance to the Martin Handcart Company, a group of pioneers using handcarts to cross the Midwestern United States. Marshall recalls kneeling in prayer on the evening before the departure and telling God it was a foolish thing to do, going out in such weather with no roads to follow. While he was still on his knees in the act of prayer, he felt directed to go, and he felt directed to go, and that he would be able to save many of their lives. During the long search, the rescue party became discouraged. Thinking that the handcart company had been lost on the plains, many wanted to return home, but not Marshall. I told them I would go till I reached the States, I'm fucking this all up. Sorry, guys. I told them I would go till I reached the States, but that I would find them. I don't know what that, I for some reason that's not sitting in my brain right. About noon, they found a group of handcarts with their poor, starving people. Thinking there might be more stragglers further back, Marshall rode on for some distance. Suddenly, he saw a dark spot amongst the rocks. Upon investigating, he found it to be a young man. He wrapped his blanket around the young man and helped him onto the horse. At this point in the story, George Housley spoke up and said, the horse had one white leg and a white stripe on his forehead, and the rest of it was coal black. Marshall said, yes, it was a bright plaid blanket, George added. How did you know? Marshall asked. George responded excitedly, because I was the one you found. He went on to tell how he had just lost his best friend in the handcart company and had been very discouraged. George had lost all hope until he was saved by the determination of young Marshall Franklin Allen. I want to tell you, if it hadn't been for the prayers of my mother and the faith of the saints, I would not have lived till you found me, and I never would have reached the valley. Acts of kindness can go a long term impacts, even years after the act occurs. That is Hopelessly Human, and that is the show. Later, guys.